Oh, you got it.
Oh my God! Oh, I could kiss you right now. And I might just.
So much of this movie is the sound design. When you were on set, how did that work? How did that play out? And how did that affect your performances?
Well, what was beautiful about the set that we worked on, and it was, first of all, it's very rare that they do this, but not a lot of the sound effects that you do hear, of course, there was a lot in post-production, but not a lot of it for us. Whether that be they had a humongous speakers outside where they would play the dog, people walking through the streets, dogs barking, the jets going by, explosions, etc. It was very immersive for us, and I think without that, you would see a different result. Right. And especially with our blanks, our rifles we were using, we had real recoil. Nothing about we didn't have to fake it or anything like that. Right. Everything was, and it felt real. You know what I mean? It really did. Right. The special effects people with the blood, everything. It was very immersive.
They set up a lot of speakers around the house that they'd built, so that while we were going through the action and going through even the quieter scenes at the beginning of the film, we were able to hear gunshots in the distance. We were able to hear dogs barking, people talking, jets flying over. Yeah. That is something that is a small detail, and it doesn't take much for them to really set up, but it's very rare that you'll find that on a film set, and I think it was invaluable for us as actors to be able to, really kind of feel like we were there. I think that was something that Alex and Ray took a real focus on.
Let's talk training. Let's talk about boot camp. I heard that boot camp was grueling, but was it adequate once you got on set? Did you feel like you were adequately prepared for the role?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're actors, and committed ourselves to tell Ray's story and to be a part of this, to honor the servicemen, and just to kind of show a side of authenticity and truth that maybe a lot of films haven't quite, just in a different way, to express it in a different way. But, the 3-week boot camp really just kind of fortified who we were. It was a condensed version of what the Navy SEALs went through. I mean, probably pale
in comparison.
Pales in comparison? Is that what you were looking for?
It pales in comparison to what the Navy SEALs actually went through.
Part of what they were trying to, Ray and the other people who are responsible for the education that we sort of underwent, they were trying to sort of instill tenets of teamwork and working together and recognizing each other's strengths and weaknesses, and which is something that maybe otherwise would have had to have been acted, but they sort of used the boot camp to make it just a real sort of prerequisite for what we were going to do anyway. It originated from how to train people to achieve militaristic objectives, but in our case it allowed us to, as a group, achieve a sort of dramaturgical objective using the same principles.
It did many things. I mean, we learned about brevity, terminology, military terminology, which is a very kind of alien language. We learned weapon systems. We learned how to use the comms. Like when you see DP, Will, and I, and everyone, we're actually talking on the radio, and we're actually communicating with each other, even when we're not on screen. And so everything was just very immersive, and that's a testament to Ray and Alex kind of having this methodology through the boot camp, so we could exist on the day through these long 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute long takes where we're actually moving like SEALs and not just thinking about performance or anything.
And to your point about communication, very often, if guys weren't, directly involved in scenes that, were sort of on screen that day, they may well be off screen and have just come in just to be able to be on the other side of that radio and, kind of form that communication link. And that was really cool.
I need to talk about the physical damage and the physical pain and the performances. I cannot imagine getting to that place and how you were able to get to that place. But Joseph, can you talk to me about mentally how you got that performance out of yourself and how you were also able to step away from it at the end of the day?
It's a good question. I think, as you touched on with the boot camp, we were afforded the luxury of 3 weeks of preparation, so we were able to kind of blueprint the events of the film to the point where it felt pretty well-oiled. You know, we all knew what we were getting into, and the fact that it was all shot within this one room, really, in this one building, we were all there. So it wasn't like a kind of traditional filmmaking experience where, you know, you do your scene and then you off and have a flat white and a cigarette or something. It's like you're in there the whole time. So like what you touched on, there wasn't a kind of an individual preparation needed, really. Like there was, you felt very supported by your fellow actors, and the fact that we were all there to tell this story, and we were all there in service of Alex, who was there in service of Ray, who was there in service of Elliot. Like there was many kind of, we were there for something like, it's a great feeling to feel useful, I think, in life, and we all felt very useful, I think, and that was meaningful.
You had Ray on set, and you were playing Ray. Like,
Yes.
that's such a rare experience.
Very much.
What was it like?
Yeah, well, it's an understatement to say that I felt pressure, and honestly, I know we all felt pressure for sure. We had a lot of weight on our shoulders to get us right because we all represented somebody real.
Right.
Yes, my situation was very unique, and he was behind the camera watching me out of 24 hours. But as much as it was unique, I was very grateful to have him there.
Yeah.
Because I could ask him the internal questions that some of us may not be able to ask our other guys. I could ask him after every take, did I do it right? The very microscopic details is what I wanted for Ray to feel happy about. So I was very specific very persistent on getting it right.
Let's talk about camaraderie and the brotherhood that was formed on set. I heard there's a tattoo involved. Anybody in this room have the tattoo?
Two of the three.
We both did.
It's like
You
a
both
2 out of
did.
3 situation.
Okay, 2 of the 3. Okay, don't worry. Will doesn't. Oh wait. Oh, you got it right here.
Oh my God! You got it. Oh, I could kiss you right now, and I might just.
Well, you didn't get it.
Of course I got it, but he didn't have it for ages.
Will's getting it today.
But I'm under
here.
some serious pressure, and look, like, to be honest, I love these dudes so much, so I don't want the fact that I don't have it inked. To
Bring
be
in the
conflated
tattoo
to
gun
me
right
not-
now.
Okay, bring it
All
on.
right. Well, it's good that I'm tattoo artist on the side.
I love it. You're tattooed on my heart forever.
There you go.
But I am gonna have to get it on my leg as well.
What is this tattoo? Can you show it?
It's right here. It says "Call on me."
That's so good.
And it's yours.
Mine's
Right.
Don't get it out. Don't get it out.
Pants will stay on.
It's the tune at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Iconic scene.
Pretty
Must
fun.
have been so fun. Did you film that at the beginning of filming or at the end of filming?
At the end.
near the end.
It was pretty much
towards the
our
end.
last day, I think.
Was
actually.
it? Well, it's one of those things that, because Ray was so close to the events of the film, that we heard, he was talking about the fact that they would do this before they would go out on patrol, and Alex heard it and was like, that's going in the film.
Yeah.
And then he actually put it in the film.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so now we have to petition for Will to get it because Will's now the last one who
That's
doesn't have
true.
it.
That's
won't
true.
get it, Will won't get it.
And Finn, did you get it with Finn?
No.
Okay, so it's Will and Finn are the two people who
Put them on blast.
who need to get it. But yeah, let's make sure that they do. Maybe tonight.
Yeah.
Post premiere.
Okay, great.
Peer
Congratulations.
pressure can be fun.
I'm under
Here.
some serious pressure.
We peer pressured him
Congratulations.
into it.
It really was one of those kind of like, it felt like a kind of like once in a lifetime sort of job opportunity, you know? And I think that none of us could have ever really sort of imagined just how close we'd get in such a short space of time. And so the crude, like, you know, back of a napkin math was like 1 day in boot camp is like 1 week in the real world. And so, you know, by the time we'd finished boot camp and shooting, we felt like we'd known each other for years. And it was really, really just a very special experience that has had a lasting effect on all of us.
Also, we don't have any more time, but your music, phenomenal. I love your music. I went through a deep dive.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.